Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from and when you're watching this video. It's been a long time. It's been about a month now that I did a video tutorial. So yeah, I figured so I was working on a particular project, not project per se, a design. So as you can see, I was working on this design and I wanted to show you guys how I change like characters from white to black or black to white. And now so let me show you what it looks like before. So this is what it looks like. So I separated the image like this, turn this off, right? So we separated the Superman character from the background, right? Now the next thing I did was to bring in a Lagos background. I added like generative fill just so that I can add this cloud. So I downloaded some cloud and I added it to the design. So this is where I am at the moment. Now for the character, I wanted to use a Nigerian celebrity, and I thought of the OG of photo manipulation, when it comes to like Nigerian space, and that's Adekunle Gold. If you know, you know. Adekunle Gold is, when it comes to photo manipulation, then oh my god. So yeah, he literally inspired a lot of us that are into photo manipulation. He inspired us to go into that. So this is how I download images from Instagram. So I just go to snapint.com. So let me just bring this here. Snapint.com. And what you want to do is just look at the image you want to download, copy the link and take it here and just paste it. Now it's going to load up. Yeah, so we have the two images. So what you want to do is just download this one. And after downloading it, you would go to your folder. You can see that it has been saved. Now what I usually do is anytime I get an image online, I just upscale it using my AI image upscaler, right? So let's upscale it. So now it has finished upscaling. You can see the difference. This is 88 kilobytes, as you can see. Now what we have now is 15 MB, which is crazy, right? Literally crazy. So I want to rename the image. So I'll just call it 1. Now I'm going to open it on Photoshop so I can just separate the head, because we need the head for this character. So I'm going to go into selecting the head. So let's zoom in, right? So there are several ways to select the head, right? Several ways. You can start with the basic selection. And when you're done with the basic selection, you can then go in to start selecting them one by one, like just taking it bit by bit like this. You just want to make sure that it is properly selected, because that's the beauty of photo manipulation. What makes your photo manipulation very, very good is when your selections are top notch, like you have near perfect selections. That way it makes your work look professional. All right. So I'm not going to spend too much time here. I'm just going to let's go up. So those little cracks there, I mean, we can leave it because it's going to be floating in the sky. So it's more or less like the sky image, but it's just good that we separate them right from the get-go. So let's select this one. Superman that has dread. That's pretty funny. So I'm going to take out time to properly select and remove stuff that I need to remove. So so we have been able to select to the best of my ability with the little time I have, right? So let's jump straight into, so this is what it looks like at the moment. So I'm just going to press OK, right? And now we have the head separated, so we can bring in the head here just scale it down till it blends with. This is actually very fun, but you already get the gist, right? So you need to scale it down a bit. Just make sure that the edge, our head is slightly bigger than the white, so just make sure. And I like the way it tilted his head, so I don't need to so this is what we are going to be. This is how it would look like at the end of the day. So let's a little bit like this. Now what you want to do is just quickly duplicate this and hide this one, just in case we make a mistake with this, right? Now what I want to do is just cut off the edge. So remove the, you can turn on a little coolest goat's head. Now there are several ways to make this work. You can either try to blend the skin with the head, which in most cases I would do, but because I don't have time, and that thing you can then do is you can just use AI. So first off, let's just blend it. Let's use smudge tool now. So let's use smudge tool to something like this. Now if you open this, you can see that it looks good, but it looks too dark. I think I might have to remove my glasses. My glasses it's photochromic, so it's dimming the work. It's trying to see properly. So what I want to do is I can just either just make this black, right? I can make this black. So I think it's best I just do that, right? So what you can do is just select the skin. Let's be sure that we're still recording. Okay. Select the skin. Make sure the skin is properly selected. And you want to also select the hand, because it's also part of like his skin. All right. Okay, this is not visible, so you don't need to disturb yourself with that. So after doing that, just Ctrl J to separate it, and that's what we'll call skin. Now because we have our skin separated, we can then, I'm currently at work, we can then bring in a solid color, but change it to the color of our skin, with brown skin. Yeah. So just clip it. No, sorry, not the skin. Clip the color to the skin, and you can see that it looks, darker, but it still just looks like colors, right? It looks just like colors. So what you want to do is just, let's bring this here. Go to your normal, change it to, you can either change it to soft light. Overlay will not work. You can change soft light, or you can change it to hue. But most time I like soft light. So when you change it to soft light, then add brightness and contrast. Excuse me. Now you can play around the contrast. I think really good, not that dark. So now if I turn off the skin, you can see the difference. So if I put the head, now you can see that it blends well with his skin color. It's not perfect. So what you can also do is you can introduce hue and saturation. So let's blend hue so that the skin tone can really blend with his face. So to do that, just push it slightly up like this. No, this is. Now you can bring down the saturation a little bit. Now it's perfect. Right. Okay. and we just turn directly go to Superman. Now let's walk around his neck. Now we already have the head. If you zoom in, add a layer mask to the head. Now paint around the head, the neck side. Let's paint around. Oh no, it's too much. No, it's not giving what we want. So in that case, what you can then do is you can just take your selection tool and just use generative AI to blend it. So now that we have selected it, just blend it. Let's see what AI would give us, or else we'll just revert to the previous idea. So let's see. It's been a long time I did. Yeah, it's not making sense. Nah, terrible. Okay, another reason why it could be like that is because we have not blended the character. So what we want to do is, first of all, let's separate this head. Let's delete this layer mask so it's just normal head. Now for this one, we're going to select the character like this, group it, call it AJ, duplicate it. Now merge this into one single object or character. Now reselect this, because sometimes your selection really matters. So when you reselect it, it should give us a profile neck. So let's see what's going to give us. I mean, it's not perfect, but yeah, I'm not feeling it. Let's say neck. So yeah, it's not giving us what we want. So what we'll just do is we just revert back to the previous one. So let's delete this. Let's turn this on like this. Okay. If we zoom out, you can see that it's slightly better, but when you zoom in, you can see that, oh, something is going on here. So let's see what we can do again. Let's blend it properly. Then another thing we can do is to blend this one as well. Now this needs to have some form of shadow here, so brush black. Just play around the shadow there and just also multiply. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not going to stress myself too much on that, but you get the gist. Yeah, I still wish we could do something about this, because the neck is perfect. Okay, hold on. Duplicate, just hold on. I want to try something. I want to try something. Okay. So let's now try AI to cover up this. All right, so I think it has given us something better. This is just slightly better. Yeah, this is better actually. This is better. So yeah, we are going to work with this. Thank God I didn't give up on this. All right, so under we have AJ. Let's duplicate it and just merge this one. So now we have singular character of AJ as Superman, right? And what you want to do is you want to blur out the edges, because if you zoom in, you'll see those sharp edges, right? So you want to blur it out so that it blends well with the background. Let's blur it out, just the edges. So if you watched my previous tutorials, you understand why I'm doing this. If you have not, please go and check most of my photo manipulation tutorials. I usually explain why I do this. It's majorly when you take pictures with your phone, right? When you zoom in, you'll be able to see that the character you've taken pictures on, you can't really differentiate between the character and the background because it blends well with the background. So you want to make sure that's the same with this. Alright, and that we have this done, we can then start introducing some light and shadow. So the light is at his back, so the shadow will be in front of him. So let's first call this lights. We just apply the lights. Overlay or soft light, whichever one you prefer. Then shadow. Don't be too much, bro. Multiply. And we need to blur this background. That's the Lagos background. Gaussian blob. Yeah. And last thing we need to introduce is loot, just to add some spice to it. The first thing first, I usually like to add my orange and blue because it gives it this very nice touch. And I like adding my urban reflections. I'm trying to see what I can use that would just give it that nice touch, okay? I think this is good enough. I just need something to just, take up the stress from my body. So let me bring in my So what do you guys think? In my opinion, it looks very good. Final thing you can do is just add your camera raw filter and you're good to go. Another thing you can do is to just change this S to A, right? That would be very, very interesting to see, right? But yeah, I don't really have that time. I might be able to change it later, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to show you guys how I change like faces of like characters, how I change the skin tone of characters and stuff like that. Anyways, I hope you've learned something today, and again, welcome back, and I'm going to see you next time.